Hey, what up guys, welcome back to the fish room. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the like button. I make all kinds of videos on fish and fish content. Today's video is kind of sad. The last couple days my betta fish has just been laying on the ground. I'm really not sure what's going on. Yesterday I did like a 75% water change to try and see if there was anything bad in the water maybe. I took all his decorations out just in case something was going on with the decorations too. I pretty much cleaned the filter and just left the heater and filter in there hoping that he would come back. But so far he just seems to be laying there breathing. And usually whenever a fish gets to this point where they're floating at the surface or they're just laying at the bottom with the lights on, it's usually not a good sign. Now, I wanted to make this video because I don't really care to hide this stuff. I made a bunch of videos when I bought this fish and he had no fins and he was pretty much dead in the cup at Petco. And that's why I decided to set this tank up and get this fish, because he was pretty much just dead and they were giving the fish away for free because he was dead in the cup. So I decided to pick up this betta fish and we put him in a 5-gallon here with a heater and filter, and he did amazing for about a year now. And like I said, all of a sudden he's just been very lethargic and he's just laying on the ground. So I figured I would make a video before you guys wonder where Samurai went, because this has been a large fish on my channel for a long time now. I've made a bunch of videos about this fish and how to keep betta fish correctly, and you know, keeping them in a large tank with a filter and heater. And it's very sad to see this fish go. Honestly, I was expecting to have this betta fish for the next 5 to 7 years. I'm not sure what to do now, because I don't want to take the tank down. He's still alive obviously, but he's not moving or doing anything. He's just breathing, so I've done all I can do by doing a very large water change to try and get oxygen in the water, but I don't think this is oxygen related. In my past videos, he's always been swimming around very nicely. He's never been scared of me putting my hands in the tank or anything like that. It's just very weird that all of a sudden he's not swimming around or anything like that. I checked to make sure his heater's working. The water is nice temperature, it's not cold or anything. It's actually pretty warm where they would love it. And obviously I have a sponge filter cranking, so this tank is getting plenty of oxygen and filtration. I'm just not really sure. This is kind of one of those things where you can't really do anything, but hope the fish recovers, you know. Sometimes all you can do is do a nice water change and have the best tank for your fish. But the reason I wanted to make this video is to show you that no matter how good of a fish keeper you are, you know, these fish get illnesses. They can have heart attacks, they can have diabetes, they can have kidney problems, and they have such small bodies most of the time and small organs. If anything gets affected, the fish just can't handle it, you know what I mean? So I wanted to make a video because I never hide anything on this channel. And this channel is all about fish keeping, and a lot of times you will see this in fish keeping where your fish will just start dying and you don't know what to do. So I definitely recommend doing a water change if you notice anything wrong with your fish in any way, and take your decorations out, because sometimes these decorations can leach into the water. You know, I thought maybe that one of these decorations paint is leaching in the water, something like that. So that's why I took the decorations out and did a large water change. Now I hate to end a video just like this with a fish that's not doing good or anything, but I'm not really sure what to do. I did a very large water change and he just seems to be laying there breathing. But when I've seen fish get to this point, they usually do not recover. But if he does decide to recover, I will definitely include it in a video and show you guys at the end here. But sometimes this goes to show that fish keeping's not all good, and sometimes you can have a perfect tank and perfectly good water and your fish will still not do good. Like I said, this guy was basically dead in the cup at Petco, and I'm honestly very happy and glad that I gave him a nice life for a year or so. A lot of times these betta fish just die in a cup at Petco when someone throws them in the trash, and they don't really get to get a good life like most other fish at Petco. You know, these fish sit on cups on a shelf for months and months and months at a time, and in my opinion, these fish deserve a nice big aquarium with a heater and a filter. Now that's pretty much it for this video, guys. It is very sad on this one. I'm hoping he'll make a recovery, but at this point he's just been laying on the ground, which is never really a good sign. Anyways, if this fish does decide to pass away, I will be making a video where I set up a new tank and get some new fish for you guys, maybe a new betta fish. Personally, I love betta fish, and they're a fish I always want to keep, even though their genetics are just getting worse and worse, and it's harder and harder to keep them alive. You know, when I was a kid, the betta fish were super healthy and you could just keep a whole bunch of them, but nowadays the genetic pool is not very good. Anyways, guys, I hate to make a video like this, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Peace.